Why? Because they're getting put into the places where Christians once placed was. But the Jews are doing this. The Jews are doing this with the Muslims. So the Christians clash with the Muslims. But they're doing it sly, aren't they? Well, they're not doing it sly. They're doing it in front of your fucking faces, aren't they? So look, if you think about this for a second, right? Go to the Middle East, and in my lifetime, let's start with Bin Laden. Let's start with him, innit? That's the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to terrorism for you, isn't it? If you're around your, what age are you? That's it. So you got Bin Laden, who was a CIA operative.
So this email, especially the 2011 email from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell,
you know, we fought the Russians for America.
It directly talks about how he spent time
Bin Laden.
with one of the victims of his sex trafficking crimes.
So look, when he stopped playing ball, he wrote him off and absolutely destroyed Afghanistan in the process, didn't he? They moved on then to Iraq, didn't he? Remember Saddam Hussein? Tony Blair lied. They've gone in, hunted them down and killed them on camera in front of everyone, not giving a shit. And then, look, the point I'm making is this, look, you see our country's getting controlled by a dictator, okay, the king. He's got little puppets to do his rulings for him, but it's a dictator. Now if someone comes in and kills him, this country goes off its fucking barney. And the people that killed him know exactly that the country's going to go off its barney. So they've gone to Iraq, killed the main man that had looked after 85% of the country and probably terrored 15% of, without me understanding it, but assuming 15%, 5% were agents trying to topple him for America. Do you get what I'm saying? So they topple him, destroy Iraq basically, and put their own militant group in there that practice their own form of Islam. Now in Iraq you've got loads of people being slaughtered by this particular way of Islam. So they move on into Libya, another powerful Islamic country. The leader there, Gaddafi, top-notch leader, again looked after 85% of his country, had to deal with 15% who weren't willing to conform. They go in, hunt them down like dogs and kill them live on camera, not giving a fuck, just like Saddam. What did he do? Implement their own governments and at the same time have militant groups on the ground to fuck with the local population and destroy it. Where did he go then? Syria. Went into Syria. And this was all mentioning fucking Yemen. This was all mentioning Gaza and Palestine. This was all mentioning all these other areas that I'll mention in a minute. But they went into Syria. And every one of these countries that they've gone through, they've instilled an extreme version of Islam, which has got the local populations terrified to fuck. So they've gone into Syria, and they were expecting to do exactly the same to Assad, another Syrian dictator, prime minister, whatever, president, king. They tried to do exactly the same to Assad, to what they done to Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein. Exactly the same shit they tried to do to him. But Putin came in and rescued him. That's why they spun on Putin. And that's why they're still on Putin now. Because as long as Assad's alive, Syria hasn't fallen. And what you're seeing with Trump and the West bringing this Hamas leader who's became the new leader under their authority in Syria. But Assad's not dead. And as long as Assad's alive, Syria hasn't fallen. And we all think they're going after Putin because of this bullshit. When in fact, Putin is protecting a lot of fucking people, including Assad. Putin sent his whole army in to protect Assad, and when the shit hit the fan, he's got Assad out and took him to Russia. Yes, Charlie, so that they can't move forward, basically. They have done, you know, while they haven't really, they think they've conquered fucking Syria. That's why they're putting this new leader in place and all this shit, but they haven't really conquered it, I'm telling you. So what they've done, basically, is use this method to destabilise all these secure countries, which was of predominantly moderate Islam. You had Christians and Muslims living side by side in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Libya, and it was all cushy for years. All of a sudden this shit started kicking in, and you had an extreme version of Islam, which the Jews have put in place by setting up militant groups along the way. Most of the militant groups that you hear about have been constructed by the CIA and the Jews. That's fact. It's all proven. It's not. I'm not chatting shit here. And what the CIA used to do was put these militant groups on the ground to cause civil unrest and have the population of that country rioting and calling for the president to be toppled. And that's how they turned the countries around for years. It's all proven now. So basically what they've done is went right through the Middle East over the last 40 years. Right through it. What they started doing was that's a different angle. I'll be here for hours talking about it. But what you're witnessing basically is every country that had Islam there, moderate, peaceful, proper, virtue Islam, the Jews have gone in with a new version of extreme Islam. And all these terror attacks, basically, that's going on, stem from the militant groups that's being set up by these. And here they are now in the West, doing the same in a more controlled manner. Why? Because we're not lawless. We've been conditioned to the hilt, so they can do it in a more mild manner. You've had to implement it the way they've implemented it in that side of the world. Do you understand what I'm saying? The way they're implementing it on this side of the world, they haven't got to go to the extremes they did on that side of the world. I don't know. Get rid of these little creatures. Yes, Bradley. Billy T. And this is what's going on. And what you're seeing now in Europe, the Western world, that's always been living side by side quite peacefully for decades and decades. We've had a mess in the last few decades, right? Because we've had terrorist attacks. We've had an extreme ideology being pushed through the prison system, out of the prison system onto the streets. And it's just carried on. Now you've got people who are signing up to Hamas like it's a reform political party and becoming members. Why? Because now it's getting looked at, especially in like Syria, as a legitimate political party. What you're seeing basically around the world is how the world's being formed. So when you're looking at these terror groups, or resistance fighters, or freedom fighters, or whatever you want to call them, they all start off challenging the power and then eventually become the power. A prime example of what I'm saying is the IRA. Unfortunately, the resistance that they put up was powerful. You won't see anything like that again unless they form properly. But then they give it. They give it up. They fought and then bowed down the last minute for certain fucking ways, to keep certain ways and shit. Just bowed down at the last minute. But that model, what they use to get into the seats of power politically, you've got other terror groups now around the world copying exactly the same model as the IRA. Getting into seats of power around the world by using the same model the IRA used to get in power. That's what's happening around the world now. But most of the terror groups that are doing it are funded by the Jews. So when these militant groups that are being set up by CIA and the Jews are going through doing madness, forcing themselves into a dialogue with the power base and getting themselves into power like Hamas in Syria now. That's what they've done in most of these countries. Set up the militant group, forced an overpowerment, got into power, and then they sat there controlling the dynamics of everything now in all the Middle East. I think Gaza is the last stronghold, isn't it? Everywhere else they've done, haven't they? Think about it. Think about what I'm saying, right? Think about this in a broader mindset, this one. Why would no Muslim country that surrounded Palestine and Gaza open the borders for them? Think about it a minute. You've seen the solidarity between Muslims. You've seen how fucking tight they are with each other. Why did these countries that have been toppled time ago by these not allowing these Muslims to go into there? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because all them have been dealt with. This is like the last place, I think, in the East, Gaza. They're in the West now. You're seeing them going through Germany. It all started with Germany when they let 1 million immigrants in one swift move. That was them again, causing that disturbance in the ground to overthrow the government and get their people in power. Exactly what they've just done in this country with Starmer. Set off all this mad shit. Got us all fucking panic stations to vote their people into power, and that's what they've got. They've got Tony Blair back in power. I know you've got fucking Starmer as the face of it, but Starmer was funded from the get-go by Tony Blair. Most of Starmer's legal fees were paid by Tony Blair. You know, when he's becoming a barrister and a fucking King's Counsel, now he's chopped into there. He was only a politician for 10 years, and Tony Blair funded him every step of the way till he got into power. And now he's in power, doing their work. Doing their work. What's the best way to make a Christian country go to war with another religion? What's the best way to do that? If I had a Christian country and I wanted to topple that country and I didn't want to use my own people, but I could use these people who have been using for a long time, what would I do? Straight up. Just flood it. Flood the Christian country. Don't forget they've laid the foundations to crush us. You know, all these immigrants flushing now. This is like the cherry on the cake. So for 20-30 years they've absolutely destroyed the faith of Christianity. They haven't destroyed it, but they turned thousands, millions away from it. Why? Because you've got to work on a Sunday now. It's a 7-day working day. You've got to work on a Sunday, so you can't go to church, otherwise you don't get paid and you might lose your job. Your nana can't wear a cross in there no more. You can marry a man in church. All this was deliberate steps. And then he just flood the country with people resembling terrorists. And the Christians in this country go, well, fuck this, these are all Muslim terrorists. And there you go, they've achieved what they wanted. Why? Because now you've got homegrown Muslim brothers, British, protecting Muslims that can't even speak English, but they're Muslim. And that's the dynamics you've got. And that's got the possibility of dragging loads of mad shit into the conflict. Why? Because you've got white, you've got black, you've got Asian, Muslims. So it brings a race issue into the fold, doesn't it? Like a big fucking horrible time bomb waiting to just go, and we all just end up fucked. And then them and their merry men just waltz in and police it. Use in jail, use gun, you deported, you over there. Just take pure control, don't they? Well, think about this country now. The only thing we haven't got control of is the streets. But they're working on it, aren't they?
Many appear dehydrated and very weak.
The same people I'm speaking about, the only thing they don't control in this country is the streets. Think about what I'm saying to you, mate. Yeah, I even use brothers and that, with your fucking nice cars and your big watches. You know, the end game, most of the money off your cars, most of the money off your diamonds, most of the money off your rings, most of the money off your drill videos, most of the money off everything ends up in their pockets. Everyone who used that's holding an iPhone, you're paying them dough. Everyone who used that use a telecommunications company, whether it's Voda or O2, they're getting revenue at the end of it. Anyone who used that download a track off YouTube, they're getting revenue. Anyone who used that get given a gift on this TikTok, they're getting some of it. And this is how they've got it. That's just how it is. There's fuck all we can do. We've just got to sit back and watch this shit unfold. Why? Because we're divided. And instead of us focusing on the divider, we're focusing on each other. It's fucking horrible. We won't be here, most of us, but our kids will. And as I say, we should have been guiding our kids into a very secure path of life. But because we've been distracted and blitzed off these cunts, most of us haven't set a nice path up for our kids. And they're going to get, you know, a lot of our children are going to be left in very, very unsecure situations when we pass away. Because we're allowing it to happen. Guy Fawkes Night's got real relevance, mate. Honest, Bonfire Night has got real fucking relevance, mate. It's what needs to happen. Straight up, have you seen Ireland now? See what Ireland's doing? I've seen the lads in Ireland, see what they're doing now. Not Northern Ireland, not the British end. But it's happening in the British end as well. It's like they listen to me. It's weird.
The men tell us they're all from Sudan too.
So I was talking on here to Irish lads about 4 weeks ago.
And now they're about to be returned.
You would have been privy to the conversation, but I was talking about the 5G masts and how they're monitoring everything and how they're implementing all this digitalised shit. Everything's coming through these 5G masts. All yous that have had your fucking injections, you're linked up to the system. No yous had your COVID jabs, you're linked up to the system. But what they're doing now in Ireland is burning everyone. Burning every 5G mast down, everyone. Loads and loads of them, all getting torched to the ground, unusable. That's what needs to be done. I'm not encouraging it. I'm saying don't do nothing like that. I'm not inciting shit, okay? I'm just saying. But if you look at Ireland, there's certain groups in Ireland now that know the fucking score. And they're starting to understand the real fucking dynamics here. And they're starting to shut it down. Why? You trace the steps they've taken and destroyed them. So the steps they've took to control began well before COVID. But because they were getting problems installing 5G masks while everyone weren't locked down, there's a few elements there. There's a few dynamics there of why we were locked down. A few things to consider. Every time when we're all outdoors and they were trying to put these masks up, the people were getting targeted and they couldn't do it. Now they've got a time scale, they've got a plan to adhere to. They couldn't spend 4 weeks trying to get one mast up because that's what was happening. Do you understand? Should have took them 3 days, that one, in 4 weeks. But because protest groups were setting up where they were trying to install them, the vans were getting chased. So all of a sudden we get locked down. That's one dynamic. The other dynamic is and this is the theory I've had from the get-go. When they're rolling this new frequency out, because that's what it is, 5G is a frequency. When they're rolling that out, it's an electronic frequency and it's not natural. Because it's not natural, like it doesn't belong to the universe. I mean, it's got to have a starting point. For us to get them pulses, them frequencies from the 5Gs, for them to set that up, you would have had a starting point somewhere which would have acted like a pulse. So it would have acted like a reactor. This thing where this frequency generates from would act like and it'll build up this electronic pulse, and then when it's powerful enough it'll go and send like a ripple up the country. You can't see it because it's a frequency, but it'll still send it so far, then it'll have to click to the masts and go and create a big field that you can't see. A 5G electronic field, basically, that you can't see with your eye. Do you understand what I mean? So when they've pumped that out, they haven't known the impact of it. And they've pumped it out too powerful. So when it's that frequency is running up the country, going through people, and people are dropping all over the gaff. People are dying off it. So what they've done is, they've told us all to go behind doors for a duration of time. But if you remember, they started screaming, there's a flu, there's a flu, there's a COVID, blah, 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 blah. You need to go indoors while we try and solve it. But they never told you to shut your fucking windows. They never told you to close your doors. You were alright to have your windows open. You were alright to have your doors open. When you go behind a wall, right, so say you're all out, you've done the pulse, boom, it's going running right through people, dropping people instantly, making them have all mad injuries, swellings and all these tumours and all that popping up. They've told us all to go indoors, and then when they've pulsed it again, it's pulsing out, but when it's coming to your wall of your house, by the time it gets through the wall, the potency of that frequency is halved. And the potency of the frequency now is okay for your body to be accustomed to. So now you're in your house without you understanding it. 5G is getting pumped harsh right through the country. You're behind the wall now. Your body, while you're in the house, is getting used to this low level frequency of the 5G. So they're keeping us in for weeks and weeks and weeks till they believe our bodies are accustomed to that mild strain for long enough for us to step outside and the power of it won't damage you. So they locked us down for whatever long and then let us back out into it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's one angle. That's another dynamic, isn't it? We don't know because they've not admitted nothing. So we're always going to be speculating. They've admitted the jab was wrong, the COVID was dirty. But they haven't admitted why they said COVID arrived. Did they? They skipped away from the 5G pandemic and brought it into a fucking sort of a flu thing. So no one speaks on the 5G as much as they would have because COVID popped up. Yes, varsity, but that's basically what's happening. Yes, Jen. You know, if you think about the information that's come out now on the back of these injections and shit, and exactly what it is what it is. Use people that have had the COVID jab. You are connected to the 5G field frequency. You're connected to it. You've got something mixed in your body now from that jab which connects you to 5G. And that's why they're going to come again. You're going to have Tony Blair in the next 6 months saying all kids at school are getting this. They're going to start early with the kids. Fuck us. As long as every kid in the future is connected to this system, they're happy. They're not really asked about us. They're happy to let you get pissed and get drunk and party and go to fezzies and go to concerts and da-da-da-da-da. But while your kids are at school getting the BCGs, they're getting hit up with this connection to 5G. Years ago when we were getting BCGs in junior school, your kids are going to go through the same process. But instead of having one for flu, one for this, one for that, one for this, one for that, they're going to get fucking one for 5G connection. And once they're in there, once that's in the blood, they're connected, they can. And it's not, you can go as far as saying, straight up, you can go as far as saying this, right? With this technology that's out there now, they've given some adults it, they're already connected to it. For the future, they want every human done. They want every human connected to this system, right? So they're going to manage to do that. Why? Because when your kids go into school, you have got no control. You are not the parental guardian by law. When you take your kids into school, the minute them gates are locked, that's when you lose parental responsibility for your children by law, and the school can do what the fuck they want to your kids, and you can't do shit about it. Nothing. Straight up. So when your kids are in these schools now, they're going to get these injections, which is going to have this mRNA thing connected to it, which is going to link them to the frequency. You will have schools connected to this shit, and you'll have a fucker. Honest, don't think they can't do it. I think they're trying it now. That's why the country's going off its barney. Straight up. Where people have had these fucking jabs and they're full of them, they can fuck with them by turning like a frequency up or turning it down. Honest to God, that's what I think. Otherwise, what's the purpose of them doing it? Do you understand what I'm saying? What's the purpose of them doing that? There's no other purpose, is there? I was told enjoy my baby as a child because when it goes to school it's not mine. Well, that's what it is. You all know that. Well, you know now. If you didn't know, you do now, because I've just told the truth. I'm not lying there when I say when your school locks the gates, by law they take full custody of your children. And they've used loads of incidents to get the legislation through. Like years ago, your school gates weren't locked, was they? Now they are, aren't they? Why? Terrorists. Scorpion population of elites going to destroy humans. They're not us, are they? Whoever's controlling us are not us. Homeschool is the best, but even that. You sure are, mate. Even that, homeschooling, they're putting restrictions on it now, putting legislations in there. Think about what I'm saying here, you know, right? You put your kids in school, some from 8 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because they've convinced you with a breakfast hour. So some of you are rushing your kids into school at 8, and you're not getting them back till 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. And they're sending your kids home with homework. Think about it. Think of how long that school is in control of your child's mind. Who's going to have the most influence on that kid? The parents or the school? So the parents will get the kids to school at 8, pick them up at 3:30. They've got homework, so they're probably getting told to do the homework because that's what parents are like. They think school's the end all and be all for the kids. Well, the system's made it that way, unfortunately. Do you get what I'm saying? You need to get with the programme, mate. They're controlling your kids with school and you're allowing it to happen. Why? Because you're fucked. What are you fucked off? School?
Made for making dreamy bedrooms a reality. Get up to 7 years interest-free credit on our
You fucked off school.
fitted wardrobes. Ren. Made for
So you're not. Let me ask you a few questions, all yous.
What's that?
What was one of the scariest days for you? Going into school. Where was the first time you got spat on? School. Where was the first time you ever felt real bullying? School. Where was the first time you was ever isolated from everyone? Think about the questions, they're not hard. Where was the first time you was ever isolated from any human being? School. Think about it. School damages you.
It really is a
And if you don't play fucking ball, we put you in prison. And that's it. End of. The two-system quota. Education system, prison system. You fuck up in the education system, you're guaranteed to land in the prison system. Fact. You've got two ways in jail and out of jail. You've got the education system or the medication system. Saying in prison, your son goes into prison, he's got two paths he can go on. He can go on the education route, or he can go on the medication route. The medication route's like the universal credit, the education route's like the working. Out here, the benefit system is like the medication route. Do you understand what I'm saying? The working people are like the education route. Yes, Kat, that's what it's like. They're the only two systems we've got available to us. Doesn't matter what size prison you're in, they're the two options. You're here, you've got an opportunity to do your education and employment, or your medication and prison, or your medication and benefits. So you can either do your education and employment, or your medication and unemployment. The medication and unemployment is prison. Even if you don't go behind bars, you're fucked in a psychological prison off the medication and the lack of money. So no matter, you're locked in. We're all in an open air prison. We've all got our cells. We've all got our modes of transport, depending on what your job is. You've all got a doctors you can access, you've all got a gym you can access, you've all got a place of worship you can access. You've got association places of an evening, whether that's bowling, the pitches, clubbing.
Yeah, we've had 3 emails.
Think about it, look at the shitty things they do for us to keep us not getting bored in this prison. That's all it is. Sports is to stop you getting bored in this prison. If there was no football, no fighting, no drink, no drugs, what would there be?
Donald Trump knew about the girls. It's also suggested that he spent an hour or hours with one of them.
Fuck all.
And you say
swimming.
Named in the email.
That's what you'd be doing. Swimming, climbing trees, spiritualising. Just think about like the dead end spaces that we're putting our minds into, and understand we shouldn't be going into dead end spaces. It's like you're putting your vision into square boxes instead of circles.
As the White House would say, cherry picking selective elements of these documents.
So you see football, it's like it's got you looking at your vision,
Yes, which is the poaching.
but then puts it in a square box at the end of it, cuts it off. That makes sense?
This is part of the problem. When you are hearing part of
You know, if you look at us through a square,
a normal story like this, anybody can put their own spin on what
you'll miss half of the picture.
problem with selective emails coming out.
If you're looking through a circle,
People of you are
you'll see the whole picture.
in a particular way or saying, oh, you avoid it and he's been involved.
Football
Something completely different.
is
So we'll
creating a vision
this is the full story until
that's not yours,
a file is released. Absolutely.
and at the end of it, locking it in a box, a dead end.
Reluctant to release these emails, but it's equally clear, I think, on what we've seen so far.
So it's like similar to what Tommy Robinson's doing.
That he knew what was going on, not
Sold all these men a vision 20 years ago.
suggesting that possibly he knew what
These men have had the mind on the vision for 20 years,
Took advantage of the girls himself.
but then it's ended up in a dead end.
7 hours in his house.
We've got fuck all from it, basically.
Maxwell said he hadn't gone to his house.
All these kids caught up in the football space
His house.
have got a vision,
Turns out to be
but it's ending up in a dead end.
And Virginia,
So they're gaining fuck all from it.
Mr. Trump was, as nice as pie to me, effectively. And it was always nice.
Creating memories. How the fuck do you know what a memory is?
She's dead, she can't say that, but I mean,
You don't have the memory.
there's nothing coming up.
The person in front of you leaves you memories.
Trump directly did something wrong.
Does that make sense?
This is why everybody still tonight is demanding, the full disclosure.
All right, look.
The House Oversight Committee, which is.
What are your memories of?
Republicans on it, and I think by the time you open files and files and files, it's actually a tranche of 23,000 documents. I don't know.
Think properly. What are you thinking of?
Spent hours with the victim. That victim.
My memories is of people that have left.
I mean, I haven't seen any of this stuff directly that's been leaked.
I haven't got one memory where I'm in a festival next to my man buzzing. I can't remember that unless I look at a photo.
The story is that Donald Trump's friendship with
I can remember going to my nan's and getting given scouse and spilling it on the kitchen floor.
one suggested was
That's a memory.
staff
Memories are only left by people that have gone.
suggestions, so they fell out over the
You can't create a memory.
what we again, people
You become a memory.
scale of the allegations if
It,
all this discussion
it's hard to explain what I'm saying,
in the case of the association with
but it's not logic what I'm saying.
Andrew with
If it was, you'd be able to understand it easy.
association.
I think definitely some of this is from later than that. From
It's hard to understand because it's not logical.
understanding. But there's still so much coming out, and there's so much dropping on.
Yes, Rose.
There's so much on social media. This will be days in the making.
It's not if people actually think about it. Well, that's what I'm saying, mate. Muerta. That's what I'm on about. How are you, Shell J?
Because Epstein was in trouble legally by 10.
I believe you can turn moments into memories in ways.
Talking about the girls, he could be referring to
Oh, he is
much
referring
earlier
to- he is
period,
referring to it.
much earlier period before he was charged, either in Florida or subsequently.
Yeah, it's a job and a half.
Moments are memories.
What our team is doing.
It's very difficult for the public.
Like you don't have a memory unless you've had a moment to create a memory.
And it's so difficult to follow the line of questioning and story for everyone.
So all memories are moments. It doesn't matter what the moment was. It can be negative, it can be positive, but it was a moment that created a memory.
Which one victims tonight, he suggested they could be up to upwards of 1,000 victims of Epstein, and they will be wanting, some kind of.
But the point I'm trying to make is this.
So why don't you take us through what's been a really extraordinary 24 hours in the world of Downing Street. Telegraph, for example, I don't know which one you picked up on, but Streeting goes to war with
I don't even know how to get it across to you without sounding fucking. It's like
I think what he showed this morning was, last night when
what I said before.
press rounds this morning, as the government spokesperson, I thought,
You haven't got memories now,
okay, this is going to be a bit of a test, let's see how he does.
but when you go,
Hit everything.
you will leave someone below you memories of you.
With popular culture, by referring to the traitors, he's not a traitor, he's a faithful.
So you've got a daughter, and you've took your daughter to Spain.
Going to address this, and he addressed it in a way that I think
You've created a memory, but not for you.
people will think, that's someone who knows what he's doing.
That makes sense.
Downing Street definitely is everyone
So when you're going through your life
further than everyone else.
and you're doing things
Just on
with your loved one,
and actually fingering Streeting
you're creating a memory not for your benefit.
and Morgan Sweeney
Does that make sense?
in the papers last night would have known that Streeting was
Like when you pass away, that memory you created will be in the mind of the person you created it for.
Flush him out, isn't it?
down. He presumably felt that West Streeting
Oh, anyway, some of these won't understand.
West Streeting quips about Faithful and Shanghai and Nuclear Mackenzie and all that. I mean, he showed he's a good communicator, which is
Reece, you're creating a memory for me by talking about creating a memory for me because I'm watching you create.
Number 10.
But this is not a moment.
As ministers turn their anger on Top Aide McSweeney.
You won't forget this in 20. You'll forget this in 10 years, 20 years. It's not a moment.
To sack those involved. Yes, there was.
Like, you won't forget your first kiss. You won't forget who you lost your virginity to. If you're a lad.
It's never a good thing for
Do you understand what I'm saying? They're moments.
backroom staff are being named on the front pages of the papers. And I think this is very bad.
When you pass away, the person you kissed for the first time will have a memory.
I think
The person who took your virginity will have a memory.
we need is so
The person that celebrated your birthday with you will have a memory of you.
off that I don't think
You won't have a memory of him.
we get characters coming up in the open saying,
Experiences. Anyway, so let's move on from that topic. It's getting a bit exhausting.
the person who did it's not nobody didn't take
Still got trolls in here though, they never go away, do they? Bottle the straightener with the stalker. Yeah, but I'd punch your face in after I punched his in, wouldn't I? Sonny Shepherd. What a fucking kip here, lads. Fake teeth, sunbed. Just get your head back down, you little prisoner.
Critical in some parts of the country.
Avoiding the straightener with the stalker.
direction of government at the moment.
Fucking mad, Andy.
Prime Minister's not a great communicator, and I think that's kind of an understatement.
Yes, Melissa.
There that haven't been followed.
Jen Jen.
Rachel Reeves,
Neutral security.
Mark's speech at
Fucking.
one morning, and frankly,
You can't handle it. Why? Because we're sitting here chilling.
the unfortunate thing today.
We're not sat here talking about shit.
Well,
We're not on the screen with our best mate matching for hours, making us some dough to get coke.
today, because he was
Is it?
looking to talk about the end
Sitting here having a buzz.
about the day job. I don't see anything about the day
How
job.
are you, Granty, man?
So, I mean, that's the problem.
AI, childhood trauma discussion, share your experiences. Let's go then, people. Let's see what AI saying. Obviously, don't go too far because they fuck us up.
this for a moment between you've got from Canada's as well saying that there was a foot to come here.
Bradley Pinder, listen, my pal was in old jail with Stalker. He was on protection wing last time he was in jail. He's always on the numbers.
So now people will be
I've told you what he does, lad. He'll land on a wing in the prison. First of all, he'll land on reception and refuse to go the wing. But they'll tell him straight, shut up soft, you're going the fucking wing. So he'll land on the wing and be a fucking shook. Do you understand what I'm saying?
In all of the Project Fear, last night it was.
But he'll buy his way for a bit. Why, he'll go to the main kid on the wing and go, can I buy a phone off you? I'll give you $1,000.
Election, and clearly don't want that with the poll.
So now, because the main kid on the wing's got a little wage on him, he's telling everyone, leave him, leave him.
The PM has apologised to Streeting
He'll get the phone
without going into any further details.
and deliberately
The branch is extended for the fake.
go live on the phone and scream about the governor in the prison.
Yes, and that it came from.
He'll send the video, he won't go live, he'll do a video.
Do apologise.
He'll do a video on the phone straight away,
Is he ready to apologise?
writing the governor off in the prison. This is when he can't handle the prison, he wants to get out of there.
Discussing that next.
He'll do a video, get the video sent out, get his people to put it on his channels, knowing quite well the feds are watching it. And he'll get blocked. And then he'll get shipped out for security reasons to next jail. The only time you see him on the wing is when he's got inmates round him, right? Now if you look at them videos, look, when he's not on normal location, he's never on normal location. He's either on the protection wing or he's in the segregation unit, right? Now you can go and look at all his jail videos and it'll confirm what I'm saying to you. When he's in the block, he's alone, there's no inmates near him. When he's on the wing, he's not alone, he's got inmates round him. Now you go and look at the content when he's on the wing, and then look at the calibre of prisoner he's mixing with. Okay? Straight up, mate. Not years ago when he was in Hinley, when he first started off and he sees a kid getting hit with a sock. He weren't a victim then. A couple of months later, he's a victim in prison. So what you'll see with him on these videos of when he's got inmates, he's surrounded by nonces and protection heads. Straight up, like, look at the people on the videos. He's on the protection wing. And that's the way he's always done his jail. Always. You ask anyone that's been in a jug with him, he hits the fucking numbers. He puts himself on self-protection and that. As soon as he gets word someone's going to move to him, he's hitting the numbers like that, dead fast. Shelley Jervis, good night mate, didn't see you were going. Everyone else that's going, good night, God bless you. It's getting late now, coming up to 2 o'clock. I'm Sam, I'm still ready to go. Frank the Ninja Pug in there. No, Frank the Boxer Dog. Morning, building up to leave for work at 3 AM. Good on you, lad. Jen talking about real life topics. We always do, don't we, Jen? Charlie, they're not welcome. You know that. Granty, man. Abdul, Nicole. The way you switch up on the trolls, it's got to be done, mate. You've got to defend your peace. You've got to defend your peace, mate. Don't let no one fuck with it. When you've got trolls on you, they're trying to fuck with your peace. Now, me snapping is me protecting the peace. To you, you might think, what fucking hell, he's just snapped there. It's me protecting the peace of God. Apology. Constructed, aren't they? Back on the eggs. Can't wait to eat them other 3 eggs in a bit. Same as yesterday. Need to get a bag of rice.
You think there's no case, Adam, don't you? You've been very outspoken about this.
So I'm hoping that's why I was fucking pooing weird earlier on, because of the change of diet. Just normal eggs, mate. Normal eggs. Bird's eggs. Melissa saying, you kill me. I would, girl. I'd have you running for the fences, me, Melissa. I'm honest. You'd be sprinting. Spain, you can buy 20 egg whites in a bowl, says Roscoe. Yes, Jen. See that then? There must be fake eggs, mustn't there? There's got to be fake eggs on the market. One of them every morning says, Roscoe, Irish Scouse, what way do you make your eggs? Every way, la. You get bored, don't you, eventually? There's only so many ways you can make an egg. How many is there? 5? Boiled. Poached. Scrambled. Fried.
I love the sort of violence of the language. You know, we've got Caroline Leavitt saying that the BBC is, quote, a leftist propaganda machine.
Egg in a cup, still a boiled egg.
Whether they apologise or not is not up to them.
Raw.
She
omelette, still fried, isn't it?
That it was unfortunate.
Scrambled egg. That's the only way, isn't it? You can poach them, scramble them, boil them, fry them. 4 ways to do an egg. Can you bake a fucking egg? Can you bake an egg? You can't bake an egg. You can't just bang an egg in the oven and let it bake. Or can you? No way can you? Yeah, like quiche. What your egg ends up like quiche? You're not thinking straight, you. You may put them in the microwave. Fuck that, they fucking blow up in the microwave, eggs. Anyway, fuck it. I've only had 3 today, you're pissing blood off them. Not pissing shit.
The north will turn drier and colder. Today, prolonged rain over Northern Ireland, southern Scotland, and Northern England, and a few wintry showers in
Yes, I got put in the dishes. Fried rolls.
southeast, and a few showers near western coast. Northern Ireland and central Britain will stay wet this morning, though the rain will
Eggy bread.
while northern Scotland will keep a few potentially
Nice eggy bread.
Southern parts
You not tried eggy bread?
once the southeast dries up.
What do they call it? A rarebit? Oh, that's cheese on toast, isn't it? A rarebit. A Welsh cheese on toast. Went to a jail in Cardiff called Park. He started to me, would you like a rarebit? I'm thinking, what the fuck's a rarebit? Cheese on toast? Why don't you just fucking call it cheese on toast then, fucker? Fucking rarebit. Fucking knobheads running up and down the landing sounding like frogs. I know. Bad joke that. Rarebit. Rarebit. I know. What's up, Jordan, lad? What's happening, lad? Happy days are here again. I know I'm tired and selling some shit jokes, aren't I? Bradley, I'm going to order a pizza in a minute. Why, lad? That's horrendous behaviour, that, mate. That's scatty behaviour, that, lads. How much overweight are you, mate? No seeing you drinking. I know it's unhealthy for me. How are you, Crystal? Cheese toast and what's your sister sauce? Says Bobby Fudge. Just that comment makes me think you're a fucking nonce. Get on me live, lad. It's a fucked up mind, that, mate. Get rid of all them dirty minds. AI, discussing eggs in jail, comments on topics. Go on, we're discussing eggs in jail. How the fuck he's put them two together, AI, I don't know. Good stuff, Crystal. Bradley, Paula G, Ocean. Well, you can get eggs in jail. Honest, I've had a fucking enough of eggs, to be honest. You couldn't buy eggs in jail at first, but then they started selling eggs in jail. So now you could buy your own eggs and boil them in your kettle. Yes, happy go lucky. Just to boil them in a kettle. They sell you some mad shit, knowing that you're gonna cook it in a kettle.
The White House dismisses news.
So they put shit products on the canteen sheets
Trump spent hours with
that if he didn't have a kettle, there'd be no fucking good.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong.
Going on about that Epstein thing again. Who do you reckon's gonna fall next?
attacks on ministers following claims of a leadership challenge.
You know the way they've kicked Andrew out and took his things and all that off him? He's going to be linked to politicians and
Plus we'll have a special report from the front line of the people smuggling crisis.
you're going to have a few politicians getting linked to
The
him,
most dangerous
like that Lord Mandelson. They've already linked him to Epstein, but the point I'm making is they're going to link him to Andrew.
Jeffrey Epstein, which they say raised serious.
You can tell the way they're not letting it go. Yes, mate.
Trump's relationship with the late paedophile in one of the emails.
You know who's doing this, don't you? You know who's doing this now to this country? Who does everyone say Epstein was? CF. Who did he say he was? Who did he say he was connected to? Mossad, innit? Now everyone thinks the fact that he killed himself, that's where the thing ends, when in reality that's where the real blackmail began. When he's done himself, that's when the real blackmail began with all these political figures. We think because he done himself, loads of people have got away with shit, when in reality, since he's done himself, pure people are getting blackmailed by the people that had him.
Name redacted. Spent hours at my house with him. He has never once,
See the royal family when the Queen was alive?
etc. I'm 75.
They were getting blackmailed then.
Gillian Maxwell replied, I have
That's why the Queen stood on and paid this huge big figure, loads of money for him.
media appearance.
18 months ago, 2 years ago she done that.
Been on the plane or to the
Well,
house.
a year before she died, 6 months.
You can hang him in a way
She paid off that girl, didn't she, Gouffre?
benefit for you.
Or not Gouffre, the other one.
You could win. You could save him, generating on the congressional committee.
Anyway, it is what it is. They're all monsters, the rich. They've been picking our boys and girls off since we were kids, mate. Abusing us to fuck. Doing what they want to us.
Potentially in the plan.
In the prison systems, in the care systems, in the court systems.
From Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell directly
Foster families.
directly talks about how he spent time
Social services.
with his sex trafficking.
Every one of them have been picking kids off and abusing them.
Donald Trump was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein.
And we just allow it to let these rich do what they want to us and then don't even go to jail.
By the Trump administration.
We just allow it to happen.
Virginia
Funny, aren't we?
Andrews accuser. This was a White House.
You've got people fighting the government because of their beliefs,
Nothing other than
not because of the damage they're doing to us.
nothing wrong. In this email you refer
Like you've got lads in the Islamic world taking on the government,
unredacted
but it's fuck all to do with the treatment of us.
So I will go ahead and say it. Virginia Guthrie, she maintained that
Do you understand what I mean? That's how fucked we are. We're just getting walked all over
friendly to her.
by a minority of rich, powerful, elite people. And the majority are just blind as fuck. Why? Because we're all divided, locked into spaces of division. You can't see eye to eye with him. He can't see eye to eye with you. You two can't see eye to eye with them. They can't see eye to eye with you.
1,000 documents newly released. Andrew Mountbatten Williams,
Because you've got no eye to eye vision.
in response to a new
There's no vision.
on a story on Epstein, his actions and associates,
Do you understand what I mean?
you emailed Ghislaine Maxwell and wrote, "Hey there, what's
If you could all see eye to eye, you'd all have one vision. And you'd understand that is the problem.
can't take any
That is the common cause that's needed
documents of the official Lord
to unify
ambassador
the purpose.
in 2016. In November that year, Epstein emailed him writing,
It's like Robin Hood and his merry men.
Mandelson replied,
Same setup.
I have decided to extend
Big dirty castle with a big dirty fucking king in it and all his merry fucking men taxing the life out of everyone.
It is the story that stalks Donald Trump. These
Take someone to burn the castle down
constant cycle of
and share the taxes out.
and yet they are matched by White House denials.
But it's never going to happen
For distance
while we believe
and a sitting.
we're enemies.
But in this scandal, there is a distance.
While you're not seeing eye to eye,
Matthews Sky.
you're not seeing that.
So then what else is contained?
And this is what's going on with us, mate.
Released Epstein files.
Isn't it? This is exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening with us.
It's been kind of a-
You've got the king and his merry men
more than 20
taking the piss.
They were dropped,
And we're not doing fuck all.
on the
If we've got any Robin Hoods, they're all sat in jail, identified and locked up.
to a Google Drive, and inside that Google Drive you can see some of the emails, scans of
I'm a Robin Hood, but I haven't got Little John.
back many years, scans too of books that were written about Jeffrey Epstein.
There's only so much I can do.
Highly relevant, some of it
There's other Robin Hoods who's got the full fucking squad behind them, Little John and the rest of them.
are
They're not doing fuck all. Why?
to highlight, and which are kind of red herrings, and there are some of those, but
Because they think they're rich.
are astonishing. And to give you a sense, you know, I'm in fire.
Straight up, you've got lads off our estates and they think they're fucking rich.
Lots of different files there, each of those containing thousands of documents.
He could have 250 grand in his bank and he thinks he's rich.
Original files in which are many thousands.
If it's not gone by the time he's 60,
Lots of text as well.
it'll get took off him within 6 months of his death.
Get a sense of just
His money that he's earned all his life's gone.
an awful lot. There's a couple of things
Doesn't happen with them.
Come out, which are interesting. And I must stress,
You know, their dough's not getting took off them for an inheritance tax.
here, of course, lost his job as ambassador.
Like it does yours, the pauper, who's worked all her fucking life, 2 jobs sometimes, to save up 300 grand so your kids can get a house and have a boss life. But them rich, powerful, elite bastards come in and take 200 grand of it. Leave your kid with 100 grand. And if your kid buys an house with that 100 grand, gets taxed off them years later. Think about what they're doing.
On the eve of the 2016 election, which we know Donald Trump won.
If we had unity, you'd be able to scream and shout in a week's time, no one's paying the taxes. What do you think happens when no one pays the taxes? What do you think happens when no one pays the taxes?
Which particular Andrew he is talking about there, but that is
You got people saying exactly what though, Jen?
I've messaged him, asked him if he's got any.
Now you're all going to jump onto it, aren't you?
He's seen the message. He has.
If we don't pay taxes, nothing works. That's bullshit. If you don't pay taxes, everything continues the way it is.
2015. This was at a time when the legal cases against Epstein were
everything keeps on going exactly the way it is.
Well, an email on the 10th of January 2015 from Ghislaine Maxwell.
Nothing changes. Your taxes don't really do fuck all.
Myself from you in statement 2, and they need me to say I was not aware.
You think your taxes pay for your bins, don't you?
These things.
Don't it fuck, mate?
Stay along with meeting and rebutting those allegations.
All right. Well, think about it then, right? How many people on benefits are paying tax? Every one of them.
So absolutely fascinating. I think more.
Every one of them pay tax.
Over the days ahead as we
I pay tax. They take tax off me, off my benefits.
It is going through this tranche of documents to see what else is in there.
So think about that then, right? I don't work. I'm giving money off the government, and the government take tax out my money. And you still convinced that tax pays for everything? Yes, Paula G. Yeah, look at council tax, and then look at VAT, and then look at the tax on your bifters, your petrol, your food, your fucking everything you're doing. You've got tax on it. Your bins are still not getting collected every fucking week.
Downing Street in a crisis of its own making after Number 10's attempts to see off any post-budget.
You're paying tax. Your bins don't get collected. What happens if you don't pay tax? Your bins carry on not getting collected. Nothing changes.
The Prime Minister under real pressure after his allies warned that Keir Starmer would fight any.
Think about it, lad. Money's fake. The biggest fraud in the world is money. The biggest control mechanism is money. Money is invented by man. And look what you're paying for. Things that are free. Think about everything you pay for. It's all free, but we're paying for it.
Trying to kneecap one of your own team when they are out, not just making the case for the government, but actually delivering the change that we promised.
Just think about it, like water, heating, anything energy is free. Why are you paying for it?
Any attack on any member of my cabinet is completely.
Food is free. Why are you paying for it? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Why have we got fields upon fields upon fields upon fields without food growing in them?
A clear show of support for streeting, the PM less clear about the man.
You see that back garden you've got? Why haven't you got food on that?
Mr. Speaker, what we heard the Health Secretary say this morning was that he wants to come.
You'd have the council coming around shutting you down, telling you can't. Charlie saying I have.
Nowhere else.
Good on you, Charlie.
Number 10. The person responsible.
But you get what I'm saying? The majority of things that should come natural and free to every human being, the people that control us are making you work for them. It's a slave trade, that. So in them parts of the world, you've got proper slave trade. You've got people getting whipped, getting ordered, getting killed. If they don't do this, they're getting proper damaged. And then you've got the economic slave trade, which is us, that work all your fucking life for the power. You're lulled into a false sense of security, like you're free, when you're not free. You know, you get told you can fly off on a holiday and enjoy your life, when in reality you're controlled. You've got to ask permission to leave the country. You've got to ask for the duration of time out of the country, and you've got to ask for permission to come back into the country. And every step of the way, you've got to tap in to a kiosk or another human being to let them know you're this far into your journey. You've arrived this end of your journey. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you all think that you're in a free space, when every aspect of your life, every single aspect of your life is controlled. Think about what I'm saying to you, isn't it? You'll wake up soon. A lot of you are waking up and not liking what you're finding. And a lot of you are jumping onto railway tracks, jumping into Merseys and jumping off bridges. Why? Because you're waking up. You're getting into that moment of realisation, and it's hitting you like thunder on your fucking chin, and you can't handle it. Loads of men are not going to be able to handle that space of growing up. It's hard, especially when you're fucked up, and the majority of us have. You might sit there with a decent little job. You might sit there with a nice little house. You might sit there with this. But you're fucked up, and you know it. You've done too much partying. You've been spending too much. You haven't been focused on your kids enough because you've caught up in the fucking slave trade. A lot of yous are letting the school system raise your kids while you pay for the school system to raise your kids. A lot of yous start going to fuck, wondering what's wrong with your kids. What's wrong? Why is he going like this? When he's in school and he's coming home and he's getting his tea and he's doing what he's meant to do, all of a sudden school ends. No school now, he's 16. There's no 9 hours in that box room. You can't control him because you've never controlled him. You can't tell him what to do because you've never been able to tell him what to do. The majority of you have reduced yourself to low input in your family's lives that much that you're threatening your children with the teacher. You're now controlling your kids at home by threatening them with the teacher from school. That's how much control we've allowed the system to take over our children. Your kids are more scared of the fucking teachers than what they are of you. Your kids can tell your teachers to keep a secret, and they will. Why? Because they're scared of them and not scared of you. If your kid's going into school and he's getting taught how to be gay, and at the end of the class saying, let's keep this confidential, they're not going to say anything. Why? Because they're shit scared of getting in trouble. And you've got to look at the fucking teachers these days, mate. You got to look at them. Most of them. You got pure boss teachers, but then you've got teachers that are mixed up politically, and it's them that are dangerous for the children.
Have the scars of the wars they fled.
Not to offend no one, but you get what I'm saying. If you've got a pride-waving teacher, your kids are being biased towards them. That teacher is encouraging your kids to be like them. That's the bias you get with that mentality. Like us straight goers, we say, if you want to be that way, you be that way. Them bent ones, what they say is, we want all people to be like us. It's a different mindset. Darren, they gonna delete you, you're not cancelled, says Abdul Amin. I'm always getting cancelled, mate. Always. To speak about things like this, and it upsets a lot of people. Why? Because truth hurts. You know, you've had a lot of men that have ended up in that space and they totally fucking regret it, but they don't like to admit it. They don't like to admit it, but they regret it fully. But they're stuck in there now. They can't go back. Once you're there, you can't come back. Like, once you start saying I'm this way inclined, well then you're that way inclined. There's no way back for you. Hello. Do you think you could be a public speaker? I am a public speaker. I just haven't been given the stage. Why? Because the amount of attention I'll get.
Panic is setting in. Their engine is broken and they've been nearly 4 days at sea.
It's great not being aligned
And desperately thirsty.
or sponsored or paid by certain agents and agencies and groups and societies of men. Because I'm not aligned like that to any specific group like all the rest are, I get kept out of the picture. I've got to forge my own picture. I've got to have my own little corner and scream and shout about my own things and have my own little audience. All these that are willing to bow down, chew the length, take a wage to spin narratives and all this, they get pushed out there, they get pumped out there, they get the algorithm on purpose, they get low, they get the stages, they get the place. Yes, happy go lucky, see you tomorrow mate, have a nice sleep. I'm gonna go myself in a minute. Probably have a few hours sleep, then go to the gym. Would you start a political party? No, mate. You could probably join a political party and take over it. And it'll just take a lot of years out of the situation. So I've thought like that. You know, these lower down groups that are classed as political parties, but they're not really getting no seats nowhere. You'll have some of them that's established for quite a bit, and you can tap into them and go, your shit, I'm taking over this party, bang, let's go. I've thought of doing it that way, but it's just too many years. They know what they're doing. You need to get the youth, 18, 19, 20, into that sort of mindset early, like their kids. Because we're tapping in at 40s when we're waking up, 38 thinking, wow, any one of us can become a politician. Any one of us can become a politician. Any one of us can become a... If you've got the votes, you're in. That's how this works in this country. If you've got the votes, you're in. So if I'm in Liverpool and I get a couple of £1 million put behind me to become Liverpool mayor, I can become Liverpool mayor. Straight up. All you've got to do is have enough dough to get you out there, make sure you're on the minds of loads of people, expose Labour for what they've done. You don't even need to mention Reform or Conservative. But if you've got someone, homegrown, powerful fucking lad off the estate, who's not a wrong'un, who's proven he's not a wrong'un, who's proven his morals, who's proven all that, and you get him into a position of going for the mayor, he'll win it, and there you go. Just like you see in Bradford, Birmingham, what's happening in these parts of the country is the Muslim communities are voting for their man. So that community over there with 10,000 Muslims, every one of them Muslims are going to the voting centre and voting the kid that was born on their street. And they're getting him into power and you're seeing him as a mayor. The same can happen in Liverpool or wherever you are. If you've got 10,000 people voting for that kid who was born on the street, he gets the job. If you've got 20,000 people voting for him and 18,000 for that one, he gets the job. That's just the way. That's how simple it is. But there's no unity in our estates. Now in the community, in the Islamic community, it's full of unity in parts. Obviously, drug dealing now is starting to divide their community as well, like it did ours in the 80s. In the 2025s, the drugs is now starting to divide the Islamic communities. You know, you've got Muslim kids shooting each other dead. You've got Muslim lads cutting each other. You've got Muslim lads kicking mums' doors in and burning cars and burning houses down, all for fucking drugs. You think they would have fucking learned, wouldn't you? Them looking at our community, seeing destroyed by crack and smack, coke and smack, you'd think, wouldn't you? We're not letting that shit into our community because it's going to fucking ravage them. And this is what it's doing. Just destroying everywhere. It's doing my head in there. It's just too much division through drugs. The city of Liverpool was always divided for a couple of reasons. The first reason was race. We got over that. We repaired the majority of that. You know, now, majority of Liverpool, there's black and white people living all over it, not just south and north now. When we were growing up, 70s, 80s, when I was a kid, you had this racial division. You had the south end of Liverpool and the north end of Liverpool, and that was like a racial divide. We got past that, the riots kicked in, we got past the riots, we moved on. That was one form of division.
And Mark Jacobs Perfect 100 mil, only £52. All your Black Friday deals for fashion, home and more. Plus more time to pay with Berry Pay. Berry, let's make it sparkle.
Yes, WNTB diabetics, Mark. That was one form, which was the race. The second most powerful form of division to come in all our cities after race was football. You probably thought I was going to say religion. Religion brought unity back in the day. Why? Because it was a Christian country. Religion only started causing division when you had a huge influx of a different type of religion coming into the country. Before that, the tool of division, and still today, is football. Football's got the ability to divide cities, but then unite the cities for the monarchy. So you'll have a Manchester United fan and a Liverpool fan, and they can't tolerate each other when they're wearing a Liverpool top. and a Man United top. But if you put an England top on the both of them, they're not enemies now. But they're screaming and shouting for the people that's divided them. That makes sense to you? Do you understand where I'm coming from? So look, in the city of Liverpool, you've got two teams, a red one and a blue one. There's a reason why they're red and blue. Labour, Conservative. The colour, you'll understand as you're going along how important the colouring is. So in the city of Liverpool, you've got a blue team and a red team. Now before the you had Liverpool supporters and Everton supporters attending the same ground to watch football. No fights, no animosity, no fucking nothing. They weren't even different colours. City of Liverpool, you've got Everton, Liverpool. For years, you have had Everton lads cutting the faces off Liverpool lads. Why? Because they support the team. You can have an Everton supporter at the top of Breck Road and a Liverpool supporter at the bottom, and when they see each other, they're screaming and shouting. If that's not division, I don't know what the fuck is. Now that's city-based division. Now let's look at the Northwest division. So just like in Liverpool, you've got two teams that will kill each other over this game. All Scouts is born and bred within a mile of each other, but they'll cut each other's faces over this game. Same in Manchester. You got Man City and Man U, and they will cut each other over that game. Now that's a city-based division. Now let's look at the national division. Two of the most prominent, strongest, dominated parts of the country is Manchester and Liverpool. And the men that these cities breed are fucking real, true fucking warriors. Them knew that. Them knew they had to divide us for the future. So now you've got Manchester United and Liverpool FC. Arch rivals. We're 50 miles from each other. You cannot stand each other. Football. If football wasn't there for half of the fucking year, dragging all them men into boozers, getting drunk and fighting outside stadiums, what would they be focused on? What would that dad be focused on? What's that dad neglect to follow his football? His family. Yes, so Kath, Muetta, his daughters, his wife. You know, that cunt's coming back home pissed, and because his team's lost, he's slapping his wife up. Don't think it doesn't happen. This is what football does. It's not a place of unity. It's a place of division. It's full of discrimination. It's full of racism. It's full of homosexuality. All of it. Listen, you hear people saying about the BBC and all the mad shit that's gone on at that corporation. Why hasn't that been shut down with Savile? Why hasn't that been shut down with Hugh Edwards? Why hasn't that been shut down with all these fucking wrong-uns? You can say the same about every single fucking football club. Why hasn't Liverpool been shut down when you've had numerous players that have raped girls and had the power of money to get it silenced? Why have you got Man United still flourishing when you've had Ronaldo on 3 different grape charges, but the power of money have resolved it? These are corporations, and in these corporations you've got young boys being abused, you've got racism, you've got everything. Why aren't they being shut down? Why aren't they being spoken on? It's the #1 tool of the elite to divide us. Football is.
Friends with each other, and they fight at the moment for the same position, and they play together, yes, but in a different structure than maybe, and at the moment is not the moment to change our stuff.
I've spoke to people where Everton players have graped them, and the club has gone out the way to protect it.
2-0 lead to go down 3-2 at Bayern Munich.
You've got football players that were signing for Liverpool clubs. Listen, foreign football players that have signed for Liverpool clubs, and whilst they're at these clubs graping girls, the girls are complaining, the clubs are covering it up, the players are leaving the country, and then the police are saying they can't do nothing about it because they've left the country. Straight up, that's happening in huge numbers in the football space. You have got pure predators playing football on your pitches, and they're active predators. The money's just getting it quieted down, silenced. Think about football, right? And think about how heavily dominated by young boys football has always been. I've had a couple of scary situations in my life when it comes to nonsense. The one was the first one when I was a kid. You've seen the picture. But I used to play football, when I was a kid. And I was a good fucking footy player. And we used to play for this Sunday League team. And in this Sunday League team, you had a fella that trained us, and his name was Bob. So I used to play for a team called Taverners in the Sunday League, Stanley Park Sunday League. And I was living in Pinehurst Road around this time. And there was a kid called Paul, and his dad was a milkman, and his dad managed Taverners. And while his dad was managing Taverners, he had a few men working alongside him, and this Bob was one of them. And because we won the league, they booked a caravan in Haven caravan site in Wales. And it was Bob's duty to take us and look after us. So because we won the league, all our Mars and that have paid subs. We've all been able to go to this campsite, Haven Holidays. We've gone there with this Bob. We've got one caravan for all of us. There's like 12 young lads and Bob. And we're all in there. We've got like 3 days or something. We go on a Friday, come back Monday or something like this. And we're in there and we're 11 boys, all under the ages of 12, bolting round, having a buzz, bouncing off the caravan, and Bob's getting angry. So now, because we're not doing what Bob's telling us to do, he's lined us all up in the caravan. I'm about number fucking 8 in the line. Now, I've experienced shit like this before, so I can see what's coming. But he's getting every lad pulling the pants down, having a fondle and smacking them and shit, and sending them to the back of the queue. And every lad that's going down is getting his pants torn down, abused, and sent to the back. And I'm walking down this fucking line. He's on like 6, I'm 2 spaces away, and I've just went, fuck this, you're not doing that to me. He's had the caravan door locked, so I'm smashing windows to get out the caravan. Now I'm screaming and smashing windows. All the other kids are going off the bonnets. I've climbed out the caravan and got on the roof of the caravan. So everyone in the caravan site's coming out now, and the owners are coming over to the caravan and all this. I was refusing to come down off the roof. They've had to ring me mum and Joan Armin, Joan Stevo. Them two have had to come from Liverpool in the middle of the morning, drive to Wales and pick me up and take me back. Honest to God, no one was believing me. Again, no one was believing me again. Here I am, sat in a YP prison years later, splattered across the paper. Who've you got in it? Bob. Been abusing boys for 30 years in the Football League.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my son
Went to jail, got like 25 years historical fucking crimes. Yes, Nicole. About a few situations, mate. And where I've managed to get away from it. Only because I'd been there and I know the fucking... I could feel the fucking the vibe and just went, fuck you, you're not doing that to me again.
Hello, welcome back. I'll see you a little later. Right now, let's get another look at pages.
And that's all true. That's why I stopped playing football.
Look at what is on the front pages. Time then to see what's making the headlines with.
Like in the leagues.
And the former First Minister of
I was fucking good as well, you know.
Lovely to see.
Hello. It's good, mate. It's getting watched by Everton, me. Getting scouted by Everton, me when I was a kid. How are you, Colin? Anna G.
What he knew about Epstein's activities. The Mirror draws the conclusion that the email showed Donald Trump spent hours with a woman at the centre of the abuse claims, later named by the White House as Virginia Giuffre. The Health Secretary with Streeting's public assertion that he's not plotting to oust Sir Keir Starmer as Prime Minister leads the Metro. The Eye understands there's anger among ministers at the PM's Chief of Staff.
So I'm going to get off for a bit.
The Times says that Keir Starmer is now under pressure from...
Been on for too long now, so I'm getting a little bit weak in the mind.
While the Telegraph says quite